I Lie to You, the show that separates the truth from the twaddle. On David Mitchell's team tonight, a TV star who presents Dancing on Ice, a show which takes celebrities and teaches them how to cope with two broken legs. It's Holly Willoughby. And a singer who hasn't come on the show with his seven-piece band, as that would be madness. It's Suggs. And on Lee Mack's team tonight, a legendary comedian who used to be a solicitor. He still charges by the minute, so we better crack on. It's Bob Mortimer. And a TV presenter who once wrote a recipe book for children, covering the whole range of kids' meals. That's right, fish fingers and beans on toast. It's Angelica Dell. So, to round one, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before, they have no idea what they'll be faced with, and it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Holly is first up tonight.
OK, mine says possession.
Now, there is a box on the floor under the desk. Take the item out of the box and pop it onto the desk, and then please read the card.
OK. I'm just going to sit you there, little guy.
Are you talking to me?
No. Right, this is Jeff. Every Thursday, our floor manager hides him somewhere on the set of This Morning for me and Philip to find during the show. The first one to spot him is the winner.
Wow, Lee's team.
What's his name again?
Jeff. Little Jeff.
It's hidden before the show, and you search him during the show.
During the ad breaks, we have to find him.
Oh, it's only during the breaks? It's never...
Well, to be honest, depending on who I'm interviewing, sometimes I'll get a bit bored. I'll have a little look around and see if I can see Jeff.
You've interviewed me on This Morning.
And I found him so fast that day.
So who finds him the most? You or Philip?
It's pretty even Stevens. We've been doing it for so long. And actually, I mean, I've been there 12 years, and little Jeff is a lot older than that.
Can we have a look at little Jeff?
Yes.
Let little Rob take little Jeff over there. I'll say this. I look huge next to Jeff.
You called it.
Wow. Jeff is a very disturbing-looking dog.
Yeah.
I know.
It's
Jeff
like
is the
a
kind of thing
horror
you'd see in a horror film.
Yeah.
Can you face Jeff towards us? Ooh, Jeff's horrible.
Where's the most obscure place you found Jeff?
Well, once we...
That's a question that you need context.
The longest Jeff has gone missing was for 2 weeks, and we couldn't find Jeff on set. We couldn't find Jeff anywhere, and there was a teapot on the shelves, and Jeff was squished inside the teapot.
But the thing is, there must be times when you've accidentally found him whilst you're on air.
Never.
Never cropped up?
Jeff has never, ever made it on air. In fact, I had to get special sort of dispensation to get Jeff on telly today because he's a real This Morning.
Oh, he's not exclusive to ITV?
No.
Because we couldn't get Philip Schofield. I mean, not that we tried. No, I'm just saying on another series. That's all I meant.
Holly, whenever I've been in that studio,
Yeah.
there's hardly anything in there apart from where the presenters are.
Yeah.
It's just a bare, barren studio for the cameras to fall apart.
No, there is loads in there.
Well, not when I've been on it. Maybe they think I'm going to steal things.
It's a
Quite
good
a lot
point.
of places.
It's
There's loads of shelves,
name
there's
some...
windows.
I don't know that there's 12 years worth of places.
Well, there's lots of different cushions. There are repeat offenders, you know,
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
places.
we haven't got 15 years of guests. Sometimes we have to keep bringing people back.
OK, so what are you going to say, then?
Angelica?
I think it could be true.
I've got the killer question, and I know the answer to this. Who is the most delighted when they find it, you or Philip?
Me.
I thought that is true, then. Because you look like the kind of person...
Yes!
Where Philip would just sort of go, whatever. I've got second-hand cars to sell. We'll say it's true, then, shall we?
You're going to say it's true. OK, Holly. Little Jeff, truth or lie?
Well, little Jeff, what is it? It's a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Holly doesn't hunt for Jeff on the set of This Morning. Bob, you're next.
On a dark winter's night, I once broke into the garden of the local witch's house and was shocked by what I found there.
David's team.
OK, at what point...
There's a lot of questions, isn't there?
At what point in your life did this happen?
I'm going to guess somewhere between when I was 11 and 13.
12?
I'm going to say 12.
And you say the local witch's house. What do you mean by that?
I mean, this is a very distant memory now.
OK.
It was the house, not very far from me, where all the kids said that the witch lived.
And who
Because
did live there?
I don't know their name.
Right.
I'll call them Mary Candles. It had hedges at the front, you know, it's like uncut hedges, a front gate covered with hedging, and it said on the front gate, it said simply the words, "No thanks."
No, really?
So that's quite creepy, isn't it?
Can I ask a question? You started that with saying you were shocked by what you saw there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, so shocked by what I found there.
So what did you find there?
I'm not comfortable with telling you that just yet. Sorry, I'm not.
This is going so far, it's got to be a lie, isn't it?
Let me just say, it does not have to be a lie. Whatever he says, however absurd, it could still be true. However plausible, it could still be a lie. It's just, essentially, what we are doing for this section is entirely futile. We will talk for a bit, then we will guess, then it will be over.
So how did you come to go into this house? Who were you with?
I was with, what's he called? I was with Ken Numbers. I changed it, yeah. Ronnie Calculator's son. The vibe is, it's very unkempt, it's the gardening, because as we all know, Lee, yeah, witches hate gardening, wizards hate plumbing. Right? So we knew it was a female residence.
Right. So you've
like-
never seen Mary Candles, so you're only speculating it must be a witch rather than a wizard because it was an unkempt garden with no sign of deficient plumbing.
Exactly. And, you know, we wanted to be the first people who said, no, we penetrated, you know, its boundaries.
Yeah.
We went into the front lawn, down a gate to the side, past the bins, past the back door, yeah, and then to the window where there was a light on, a big picture window, looked inside, and that's when we saw this extraordinary sight. Well, extraordinary to us as 12-year-olds.
What was it? You've got to say.
It was a tiny, tiny horse. And I'm not saying it was watching television, that was all that was in the room, was a tiny horse and a television on. I did get in the house.
You got in the house?
Yes, Mrs. Candles came out.
Right.
Yes, and she said to me, "You're one of the Mortimer boys, aren't you?"
Were you?
Yeah. So Ken said. And she said, "Would you like to come in and see the horse?" And she took us in, and it stank of paraffin. It was hot.
That horse?
Hot. No, that was on the house.
I thought about the horse stunk
The
of
horse
paraffin.
did stink, actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
Of?
Meat, hot meat. As we were looking at the horse, I always remember this, she came in and she had a toilet seat in her hand. And she said, "If I gave you some money, do you think you could get rid of this for me?"
What did you do with it?
Just threw it on our way home, just threw it somewhere else, I imagine.
Did she say what the horse's name was?
Max.
You'd have thought minimum.
All right, well, now, Suggs, what are you thinking about this?
I mean, you know, it's so preposterous, but David's flung me by saying this is the way he carries on anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same.
I mean, but no, I'm saying lie, of
You
course.
say it's a lie.
It was when you said the horse smelt like hot meat.
Well, do you remember the detail of the paraffin heaters?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We're talking 40, maybe 50 degrees there with those old...
40 or 50 degrees centigrade. So we're talking like the temperature of the desert in Saudi Arabia.
Did you ever see Mary Candles again?
No, never.
Never saw her again?
Never saw her again.
She probably melted in that heat.
right, what are you going to say then, David?
Do we think lie?
I think it's a lie. I think it's a lie.
I think it is a lie.
All right, they're saying it's a lie. Now, we should bear in mind that when it comes to Bob, David has a very poor track record. Let's see if he can be better tonight. Bob, truth or lie?
I was telling the truth.
It's true. Bob really did break into a creepy garden. Suggs, you're next.
I only found out Madness were trying to replace me when I saw an advert looking for a new singer.
Right.
What era of Madness?
Quite early on. 78, this was.
Oh, so you'd had no hits at this point?
No, definitely not.
Was there a good feeling in the band, or were you thinking there might be something up? So...
Well, it wasn't until I saw the advert. I thought it was going great. Yeah, I was very surprised. Yeah.
You thought it must be love, yeah?
That's very good. But it turned out to be a bit of an embarrassment.
Yeah! Come on! I'm enjoying it even if you're not.
Is that another one of the songs?
I saw this advert in
Where was it, by the way, the advert?
It was in a music paper called Melody Maker.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was just looking through that and I saw an advert that said, semi-professional North London band seek professionally minded singer.
Why risk letting you know by putting the name Madness in the advert?
Well, this is it. They didn't put the name in.
Oh, so how did you find out?
Because I seen the keyboard player's phone number at the bottom. So I went to a phone box and I called him up.
You actually phoned him?
What happened was I put on a posh voice, as you would, you know.
Oh, please do it, please do it.
I said, hello, Mike. I'm a bit of a singer. I'm inquiring about the job in your band.
Then he's thinking, rock and roll.
Just out of interest, what's happened to the old one? He said, we couldn't keep him no more. He wasn't taking it seriously. He was going to football on Saturdays instead of coming to rehearsals.
Was that true?
And that was true.
And so how did the conversation then carry on?
You absolute rotter, I said. And he said, is that you, Suggs? Listen, we could do with you back in the band, actually, playing drums. I said, well, what's happened to John, the drummer? He said, oh, no, he's auditioning for singer. And they got a couple of gigs with a new singer, and then he left. And with a few gigs imminent, it turns out I was the only one who knew the words. So they had to ask me back, even though they hated me.
How long after that incident were you on Top of the Pops?
Well, we were on Top of the Pops in 1979, so it wasn't that long. Yeah,
God.
so things...
And you almost left the band?
No, they almost chucked me out.
Well, I was being nice.
Thank you.
So what do you think, Angelica? Is that the truth?
I think it could be true. Especially, you know, when new bands get together, they're ambitious, they want to make it big.
What do we think? A tricky one.
You think it's true?
I'm happy to go true.
I'll go with...
Go on, we'll say true.
Say it's true. OK. Was it true or was it a lie?
It was, in fact, true.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. It's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Mario. So, Angelica, what is Mario to you?
This is Mario. He's the builder I accidentally exposed myself to.
Bob, how do you know Mario?
This is Mario. He's my pest controller. I got to know him when he was doing a big job for me, and ever since he's been sending me photos of massive rats.
OK. Finally, Lee, what is your relationship with Mario?
This is Mario, and we got into a row because he thought I was honking him, when in fact I was on my way to the garage to fix my faulty horn.
David's team, where will you begin?
Angelica, so you accidentally exposed yourself to Mario, is that right?
So, moved into the house and it needed lots of work doing.
Yeah.
The builders were in different parts of the house. So it's one of those things where if you had to have a bath or a shower, you had to take everything with you. So have it, and I came out of the bath and I forgot my towel. So peeked out of the bathroom, thought the coast is clear.
Yeah.
Ran into the bedroom and I thought, phew, I made it.
Yeah.
And Mario was standing in there.
Oh, no.
Also naked. And this is her practising her alibi to her husband.
And what did she say?
Nothing for about 10 seconds.
What did he say?
Nothing for about 10 seconds.
So there's 10 seconds of silence. You're naked. He isn't.
He's not
he
naked.
Isn't.
He's not
How
He's
naked are you?
Everything was on show.
Why didn't
Yeah.
you just run straight back into the bathroom? Why did you freeze?
You know when you have that moment of shock? I just stood there. I didn't even cover.
Yeah.
It's all sounding very suspicious,
I
isn't
just went like
it?
this. I was like...
10 seconds. That's a hell of a scene. And you go, oh.
It was, you know, like when you see films.
That's 10 seconds. That's quite.
It's quite a long time.
So what happened?
I think I walked slowly out
You walked up, but you haven't got the towel.
because what?
What are you going to do? You walk straight out and what, then go down to the builder and say, he's seen it, you might as well.
All right, who's next?
Bob, what was the pest control situation that Mario initially had to resolve for you?
It was moths.
Whereabouts?
It was in my not quite
Wallet.
wallet joke.
I love a moth in a wallet joke. Proper old school.
Oh my God. It's like a half basement. It's where I store everything. Lots of bags of clothes that we, haven't thrown out. Mario came round to sort it out, and it ain't easy.
Where do the rats come in?
Yeah,
'Cause
where
you said
did you-
rats, didn't you?
I got talking to Mario,
Yeah.
and he showed me a picture of a rat.
I mean, just like you do, sort of just as you're chatting, and I tell you
Oh,
what,
I'm
there's
absolutely
a picture of a rat.
Yeah, if you saw the picture,
Yeah.
you'd show it to anyone.
Why? Is it a big rat?
Oh, wow, it looks like it's this big.
Yeah.
But I said, no, that's just him hold it, towards the camera thing.
Yeah.
So it looks massive. And he was a bit offended by this. So subsequently, with his company, Rats All Folks. No, it's not. He had a very normal name.
Yeah.
Murder She Roach. But he didn't like me doubting him.
And
so
how
now,
big-
whenever he gets a whopper,
Yeah.
bing!
Do you have a favourite rat picture he sent you?
Yeah, I won't let you see it, but wait. Have a look at this one, Lee.
Wow.
That's quite something.
That is genuinely shocking, and not sure that's legal, Bob.
All righty, now Lee.
Lee. OK, Lee, remind us of your story.
So this is Mario, and we had a row because he thought I was honking him, when in fact I was on my way to the garage to fix my faulty horn.
So the fault was that it wouldn't stop honking?
Yeah, it was honking randomly.
So it was sort of going off at different times. You didn't know when it was going to honk, and
Correct,
it was sometimes not.
correct.
And how many times did it go off when you were behind him?
I'd say at least a dozen. Sometimes it was a... Sometimes it was a...
So how did the fight break out?
Well, we had a row, not a fight. I'm not an animal. So we were driving along, and he's in front of me, and I'm probably a little bit too close to him, which was my mistake. But it went, and I sort of went. It's very hard to mime. I'm sorry, there's something wrong with my horn. Well, actually, there is a way of doing it, but. So I could see him looking every time it went, and I was going, "This is all fine," But it just, and eventually he stops in the road, and I couldn't get past him, and he gets out of the car and he approaches me.
Oh.
I opened the window and I thought, I better keep this up. So I just went, look, I'm sorry, mate, but... I've caught this off the car.
He came around, you opened the window, you
I
said...
did do that because it's not 1986,
No,
David.
no.
No, I went like that. And that was annoying because you won't believe the noise it made when I opened the window.
Yeah. And... Tell us what happens then.
So he then said, yeah, you've got a problem, mate.
He appears to have a problem.
Yeah. You've got a problem, mate. And I said, I'm beeping you because my horn is broken. He does it for no apparent reason. Don't you beat me, mate. I'll give you what for.
Yeah.
At this point, he grabs me and he says, you do that one more time, mate. You do that one more time, and I'll be straight back.
Given that he was that aggressive to you, you seem very relaxed being this close to him.
Yeah, but I did insist on the screens. Because that's how we first met. If I did that now, they'd go down and he'd attack me.
OK, we need an answer. So, is Mario Angelica's blushing builder, Bob's pest controller pal, or Lee's road rager?
Well, I mean, I'm tempted to eliminate Lee quite
It
early
did
on.
start falling to pieces.
I think Angelica's sounds like a real possibility. Like, that is something that could easily happen, I reckon.
What's difficult is the 10 seconds, isn't it? Let's be fair. I mean, you'd just scream and run away, wouldn't you?
I scream when I see my own reflection naked. Yeah, absolutely.
You wouldn't stand there for 10
I
seconds.
just have to tell my... Cover the mirrors once more.
I also reckon you quite like getting rat pictures.
Yeah. Who would you stay in contact with? Someone you flashed at or someone who sends you pictures of rats? And
Yeah.
I think it's more likely to be Bob, myself.
Oh, God, I think it's Angelica.
Do you?
Oh,
I know,
no,
I'm
please
sorry.
agree.
I'm sorry.
Or I'll have to think.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
it
sorry.
hurt.
Go with Bob.
Yeah.
You want to go with Bob,
I-
don't you?
I just want to be right. Sometimes I really don't care, but on this moment I want to be right.
I thought this show was a bit of fun.
So did I. OK, we're going to go for Bob. There we
You're saying
go.
it's Bob.
Going to go
You're
for
saying it's
Bob.
Bob. You're saying it's...
Can we get it over with?
OK, we're going for Bob. Mario, would you please reveal your true identity?
Hi, I'm Mario, and Angelica accidentally exposed herself to me.
Yes. Mario is Angelica's blushing builder. Thank you very much, Mario.
So confused. He genuinely just showed me a picture of a man holding a huge rat.
Why?
I've got lots of pictures of rats.
Can we just settle this once and for all? Angelica, have you got any photographic evidence?
Which brings us to our final round, quick-fire lies. And we start with... It's David.
To keep things exciting at home, every time I fill our tin with normal tea bags, I slip in one Earl Grey, knowing it could surprise me at any time.
Please, Steve.
Oh, it's for your own interest, not for the surprise of your wife.
Well, it could... I mean, she could be surprised by it also.
Do you put a normal tea bag in with the Earl Grey and let it brew, or is it in the...
No, it's in the tin of tea
in the
bags.
tin?
I
Okay.
fill the tin of tea bags with normal tea bags, but with one Earl Grey tea bag in the mix, give it a little bit of a...
This is David's version of an
we go.
adrenaline sport.
It's not for the flavour.
Oh.
It's for the surprise element.
That's it?
Yeah, I must...
It's as dull as it sounds. That's it.
What you've got to remember is I'm quite an uninteresting person, and I've been doing this programme since 2006. So, you know, this is all we've got now.
Now, the question is when you
yeah.
sip it and it's Earl Grey,
Yeah.
is it a pleasant surprise or damn? Because you obviously don't like it, otherwise you'd be drinking it all the
absolutely. Do you know what I think overall, and I'm sorry to make this even more boring than it is already, but
It's
overall...
impossible.
Overall, it is a neutral experience because I don't like the Earl Grey tea as much, and yet the surprise element brings it up to the same level as a normal cup of tea.
80 bags, box of Earl Grey. You could probably work it out, Lee. Is that 80 weeks that you'll have to have that box of Earl Grey?
How many cups of tea are you drinking a day?
Oh, I mean, loads. 5 to 8.
So, so he's
5 to
getting
8.
through a box of tea bags every 10 days.
Every 10 days.
Takes a long time to get through a box of Earl Grey, although
The
sometimes...
Earl Grey, hang on, the Earl Grey's almost 3 years old. By the time you've got to the last Earl Grey. And at no point, when you put when you get after...
You're interested now, aren't you? The sheer age of it.
I'm
3
interested
years
because-
old, David.
Because at the end, when you put your last Earl Grey in,
Yeah.
and that box is empty, where
Yeah.
most normal people would then go, that's probably enough.
Yeah.
You'll go, I think I'll go again. For a whole new 3-year cycle. It's a 3-year commitment each time.
The thing you have to remember, sometimes people come round to the house, and if you could believe that, you'll believe anything.
But they don't ever leave.
And ask for Earl Grey.
Yeah,
And then I'm just willing to take one from the Earl Grey
Yeah,
box.
but what if you've run out and it was your final one in the thing? Oh my God! It's disaster.
It's never happened. But obviously, what a frantic and exciting scene.
You say you're welcome to an Earl Grey, but you may have to have
You find it!
You must have 80 cups of tea to find it. No, you're not going to. They're tied to the radiator in the cellar. Let us go!
OK, time to decide. Lee, what are you going to say?
I believe David is capable of doing this. He needs that little thrill.
You know I need excitement in my life.
You need excitement, but this is a lot of...
It's not exciting.
So you're saying it's a lie. David?
It was, in fact, a lie.
Next. It's Holly.
Oh. Even though I could see the DVD on the shelf, I once paid $6.99 to rent a movie because I couldn't be bothered to get off the sofa.
Oh, dear.
Right. Lee's team.
What was the DVD, Holly?
It was 50 Shades of Grey.
No!
Yeah, it was.
I've seen 50 Shades of Grey. Isn't that the one with the plumber and Angelica?
Yes. That is.
Oh, no. I appear to have done it again. I must run immediately.
So you're sat on the sofa, the
So I'm sat on
DVD's
the
on the shelf.
sofa.
How far away is the shelf?
It's not that far away, really. But I just literally sat down. The kids were in bed. I've got a glass of wine. I've got a blanket. Dan was working. And I was like, right.
It's funny, because when I watched 50 Shades of Grey, I had a blanket as well.
Be bothered.
It's cold. The heating was broke. Tried to phone a plumber, but he was in hospital.
I couldn't be bothered to get it. And also the other thing, that it was like a double whammy of not being bothered because A, it was over there, and B, our DVD player is kind of in like a hub thing a bit further up. So it's not just as simple as getting the DVD.
Yeah.
Walk in. I've got to go up the stairs.
Yeah.
The kids are upstairs. I've got to put it in there.
Oh,
and
listen,
I just thought...
don't worry. It sounds brutal. Especially for you. You're working upwards of 2 hours a day. You must be exhausted.
True.
Right, what do we think? Is Holly telling the truth?
What do you think?
I think she's lying.
You think she's lying?
I think it's the truth. Sorry.
There's something about Holly that makes me think it might be true.
You're going to say true? OK. Holly, was it true? Or was it a lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that Lee's team has won by 4 points to 2. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Not Philomena Kunk nor Diane Morgan. Tonight, Matthew, she's Mandy, and she's ready to watch now on BBC iPlayer. Beauty, Brawn and a Big Beehive. Music Night on BBC4 plays homage to the incredible talent of Ronnie Spector at 9.